This is the story of Laura, a piano teacher at a music academy where she teaches kids how to play. She never got married and lived with her mother. Her father had died in a mental hospital. Laura spent her days caring for her mother, and life moved on quietly. But deep down, she kept a secret hidden from everyone. One night, when Laura came home late, her mother asked where she had gone. Laura lied and said she had only gone out for a walk. Her mother became upset, and Laura lost control and hit her. Later, Laura said sorry, and her mother forgave her. Her mother didn't work, so she spent most of her time watching TV at home at night. Before sleeping, her mother asked about one of Laura's students. Bella, Laura said the girl was very talented. Her mother said she hoped one day one of Laura's students would become famous and make her proud. The next day, Laura went to the academy and taught Bella. Bella's mother had pushed her to learn piano because she didn't think Bella looked good enough to be liked by others. She believed learning piano might help her daughter get noticed. That evening, Laura and her mother went to a music event. When they reached the building and entered the elevator, a young man tried to join them, but Laura closed the door before he could come in. The young man didn't mind. He quickly took the stairs and reached the hall before them. When Laura saw him there, smiled kindly at her. This young man was Daniel, the nephew of the couple who hosted the event at the entrance. Daniel's aunt welcomed Laura and her mother. Kindly inside, Laura sat at the piano and played in front of the crowd as she performed. Daniel quietly watched her, clearly impressed. When she finished playing, the audience clapped loudly, praising her beautiful performance. After the show, everyone went to the dinner area. While there, Daniel came to Laura and complimented her warmly. They started talking. Their conversation felt smooth and easy. Daniel felt pulled toward Laura. Her calm energy and love for music caught his attention. After dinner, Daniel's uncle asked him to play the piano. He proudly told everyone that Daniel was studying engineering, but also loved music. The guests were curious and encouraged him to perform as Daniel played. Laura watched quietly, noticing how he deeply connected with the music, just like she did. The next day, Bella's mother asked Laura why she wasn't letting her daughter perform at the upcoming Jubilee concert. Laura softly explained that Bella wasn't ready for such a big stage yet. Later, she met with Bella and told her that if she worked hard and showed real effort, she still had a chance. That same day, Laura went to a DVD shop, something she often did when she was alone. She picked a movie and entered a private booth to watch. The place was dark and quiet. On the outside, Laura seemed peaceful, but inside, she felt a deep loneliness and a hunger for something missing in her life. Since she never married, she often felt alone and full of unspoken wishes. These feelings led her to places where she could be alone and escape her thoughts. The next day, while Laura was teaching, Daniel came into her classroom. He said he wanted to join the music school. He asked how to take the entrance test. Laura calmly told him to get the form from the office and prepare for the audition. Daniel, full of confidence, did exactly that. Inside, Laura had a feeling that maybe Daniel came not only for music, but maybe also for her. Later, Daniel entered the audition room and performed his piece. The judges liked his performance a lot. When it was time to vote, everyone supported him except Laura. She voted no, saying she didn't think Daniel was fully serious about learning music. 9 students were chosen, and Daniel was one of them. The next day, Laura went to the DVD store again. There, she saw one of her students with some friends making dirty jokes. When the student noticed Laura, he froze, embarrassed. But Laura said nothing. She just picked up a DVD in front of him and walked away. This quiet moment showed something deep about her. Laura didn't care what others thought. She just did what she felt like doing. The next day in class, the same boy nervously came to say, "Sorry, But Laura didn't accept his apology. She told him he hadn't done anything and needed an apology. Then she told him to bring his mother to school the next day because she had something important to say. The boy looked scared and quickly left the room in the next class. Daniel came in and boldly told Laura that he joined the academy just to be near her. He said that the first time he saw her, felt something strong, like love. He wanted to know her better. Laura scolded him for saying such things and told him to focus on the piano. But inside, she felt happy. Someone liked her. She didn't show it, but it made her feel special after class. Laura secretly followed Daniel and saw him playing ice hockey with his friends. That night, Laura went to a drive-in movie theater. While others watched the film, she was focused on something else. She walked up to a car where a couple was being romantic. Watching them made her feel something, like a strange satisfaction. But the man saw her and angrily confronted her, so she ran away. The next day, posters for the Jubilee concert were put up, and all students were called for a rehearsal. During practice, Daniel kept looking at Laura instead of focusing on the session. When it was Bella's turn, he quietly told Laura, "Kaya." She was scared. Laura reminded her that a real pianist must be strong and stay focused during rehearsal. As Bella walked onto the stage, Daniel encouraged her with kind words. Their friendly talk helped Bella feel a bit more relaxed. Laura watched them closely, but inside, she felt jealous. In a moment of quiet anger, she broke a piece of glass and secretly placed the sharp pieces inside Bella's coat pocket. After practice, Bella reached into her pocket and hurt her hand. She screamed in pain. Laura quickly ran to the bathroom. Daniel, realizing what might have happened, followed her there. When she came out, he kissed her. Laura kissed him back, but when he tried to kiss her again, she stopped him. Daniel, confused, asked why she pulled away. Laura said she would give him a letter with her personal rules, and he must follow them if he truly wanted to be with her. Daniel agreed, and Laura rewarded him with a tender gesture. Then Daniel said he needed to go practice and left. The next day, Daniel met Laura and asked why she didn't let him kiss her the night before. Without saying a word, Laura gave him the letter. She told him it held her deepest thoughts and dreams. She wanted him to read it before they got any closer. But Daniel, full of emotions, said he loved her and didn't need to read anything. Laura stayed silent and walked away that evening. Daniel came to her home to show his love again, but Laura gently stopped him and brought him to her room, locking the door behind him. Her mother noticed and asked her to open the door, but Laura didn't answer. Inside, Daniel tried to get close to her, but Laura paused him again and said he must read the letter first. When he did, he was shocked by what was written inside. Laura had poured out all her private dreams and intense feelings. Then she pulled out a small box from under the bed, full of personal items, showing how deep and hidden her world really was. Seeing all this, Daniel couldn't hold back. He told Laura she needed serious help and maybe should see a doctor. Hearing that, Laura broke down and begged him to love her, but Daniel couldn't handle it. He quietly left, hoping to win him back. Laura went to his ice hockey club the next day. She told Daniel she truly loved him and would do anything he wanted, no matter what. They got close again, but suddenly Laura felt sick and threw up. She felt embarrassed and upset. Daniel got angry and scolded her. Laura, humiliated, walked away. That night, Daniel, still angry and confused, went to Laura's house and started yelling at her. Laura's mother tried to stop him, but he pushed her into a room and shut the door. Daniel remembered the letter and, in a burst of anger, began acting out what was written inside without really understanding what it meant. Laura was deeply hurt, but Daniel didn't notice. After a while, he left, and Laura was left in pain, both inside and out. After he left, Laura started to regret everything. She realized giving him that letter and showing him her deepest self was maybe a big mistake. It Seemed like Daniel didn't really understand her and had used her honesty against her. The day of the Jubilee concert arrived. Laura quietly carried something hidden in her purse, her mind full of strong emotions. When Daniel arrived, she smiled at him sweetly and said she was excited to perform. He walked away, not seeing the storm inside her heart. Unable to handle everything, Laura stepped aside in a moment of deep sadness. She quietly hurt herself not to shock anyone, but just to escape the pain. She then walked away, lost in thought, disappearing into the crowd while the music played on. The story ended in silence. And that was the piano teacher, powerful and emotional story about love, hidden wishes, control, and the deep need to feel understood. We saw Laura, a talented pianist, trapped between self-control and emotion, always fighting with her heart. We saw Daniel, pulled in by curiosity, but not ready for the deep emotions Laura carried. And in the end, we saw how silent pain, if ignored, can turn into something tragic. This wasn't just a story about love or obsession. It showed how delicate the human heart is and how badly we all want to be understood, even if we can't always say it clearly. If this story touched you, share your thoughts in the comments. Have you